NANI?!
Mega Man, a platformer series developed and published by Capcom, is legendary in the video game scene. With over 50 games and 35 million copies sold worldwide, there is no denying the success of this blue little robot. However, starting in the later half in the 2000s, we started to see a decline in games produced in the series to the point where, well, he isn't really all that relevant anymore. Beside only one brand new release in recent years, and a couple of appearances in Smash Brothers, Mega Man kind of fell into obscurity. Today, the Panic Bros are here to dissect what happened. I'm your host, Josue. This is my partner, Simon.
Yo.
And this is a special episode. I'm more than happy to introduce a guest and friend on the show, Val.
Yo.
Woo!
Kijinofune, what happened to you, man?
We'll be discussing the downfall of this once mighty series, starting all the way back in the winter of 1987 with the original Mega Man for the NES. Val, start us off on this classic.
I was 2 years old.
For real?
87. Yeah, man.
You remember this?
Yeah.
I don't remember the first
Nah, the
Mega
thing
Man.
is with the Mega Man series, the good thing about it was I didn't own an NES like firsthand, right?
Yeah.
So I would watch my uncle basically
Yeah.
play games, and I seen Mega Man 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it released in 1988, right? So it's like 5 years from there, like 92, 93, just watching my uncle play. And then what happened was all of his games got passed down to me. So like any game that stood out, Mega Man, Ninja Gaiden, Contra, you know, games like that always like stood out. It was always these action heavy games. But something about Mega Man just is like a little robot just popped off, and then like the music would always be loud. And it's like
The music
and it
always
just,
key for
it
all the
stuck with me
games.
forever, dude. So like the franchise I played later on, of course, because I was born in '86. So,
Not yet.
but I love Mega Man.
The Mega Man 2 soundtrack especially was like the
Yeah.
title screen. That shit.
Yeah, it hits, man.
It hits.
But it's definitely up there in terms of just video game music. Like,
Just in general, it's
like,
fire.
when you think about like what kind of video games really impacted at least video game music as a whole,
Yeah, of course.
Mega Man is up there. Like,
Right.
you can't not talk about Mega Man.
Yeah, especially when you think of like the NES era, like it was games like Ninja Gaiden, of course, Mega Man, and then even Batman on the original.
Mhm.
Nintendo
That actually
had
was
one of the
pretty fire.
dopest first level music. Like
I'm
of
glad
all
you
time.
mentioned that too. Like, I feel like that's like actually an example.
Sleeper.
Yeah, I don't know the composer, but he may have worked on like,
Yoko.
multiple titles. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I know many composers in video games.
Nah,
But regardless, whoever made the music for Mega Man.
Did you
shout out
play
to
through all the Mega Mans?
I did.
All of them did.
Not initially. Like later on, of course. Shout out to the emulators, the ROMs. You know, like in high school, going back and playing these games. But like as far as what I owned, it was definitely like 2, 3, and 4. I know for sure. Mega Man 1 I played later on in life, and then the X series I owned X 1 and 2, and then I played everything else. Like,
But you just didn't know it, but you played.
of course, yeah.
Nah, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Did you prefer one, or did you like just have Mega Man at the
My
core?
favorite forever will be Mega Man 2. It was the first game I've
Really?
seen in the franchise. But like going back on it, the better game is Mega Man 3.
Really? Over
yeah.
2?
Yeah, over 2. It introduced
Is
a
that a
whole.
hot take?
It is. It's.
So I feel like people have Mega Man 2 like.
Mega Man 2 is my favorite. I'll say
Yeah.
that. But the better game is definitely 3. A couple of reasons, right?
Mhm.
3 changes the franchise. Period. It introduced the slide.
Mhm.
It's the first time you see Rush, and it's actually the first time you see Proto Man, and that's
you
a
couldn't
big
call
deal.
Russian 2?
No,
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So 3, that was a big change, and then I'm a huge Proto Man fan. Like,
Nah, yeah.
you know, once you heard that whistle,
But like,
Mhm.
no,
Like-
that shit was fire.
like instantly, like
You have no idea.
Josue right now is making a face. He's like, I don't
So-
know who that is.
real quick. So like, I'm just here because I'm part of the Panic Brothers. But for real, because like, I never grew up on Mega Man. I don't know why. It never occurred to me to never play this game. I just never played Mega Man. I'm just letting Simon and Val take it away and throwing in my 2 cents whenever I could. So y'all keep talking.
You didn't know that? You don't know the Proto Man flute? Like you never heard it in your life?
Probably I did.
You've never heard it
Right.
before?
Like,
Yeah.
the problem.
Let's see if I can. That's not like the original hit, but like that was it.
So basically, like Proto Man, like, are you a fan of Speed Racer?
Yeah.
All right. So Speed Racer had like a rival, right? Do you remember who it was? Racer X or
yes,
whatever.
yeah, there we
That's
go.
basically Proto Man. Like Proto Man would appear mid stage, he'd be like, he'd either help you, he would sometimes help you, but you didn't know why he was helping you, know who he was.
You didn't know anything.
And remember,
about
this game had no dialogue or nothing. You just heard that song and then he disappeared.
No,
He
yeah.
continued the stage. So imagine seeing this random character and like, yo, who the hell is that?
Kind of like the mysterious stranger
What?
in Fallout 3. You ever play Fallout?
Yeah, of course.
Sound
of
like
course.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar.
It's similar to that. Yeah.
But then you finally find out who Proto-Man is, how he ties into everything.
Okay.
But I think it was more cool when you still mystery though, because you really had no idea what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, like, yo, who is this dude? And he has like this badass scarf, bro. Like, oh, dude.
No, I
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
no,
Shout out to
you
Proto-Man.
could really be telling me anything about this
So-
character. You can tell me that his dad died in the fire, and
Yeah.
I'm
But yo, wow, that's
sucks.
crazy. That's wild.
Crazy. Yeah, I
So
would have no idea.
that's the reason, like, I think that 3 is definitely the better game.
Oh,
But as
the
far as
three.
my favorite game is 2, like, from the music, and then just like based on the Wily stage, like that song.
You were just listening to it like a minute ago.
That
Ooh.
goes hard, and
Yeah,
it's
it is.
been
Ooh.
played by like multiple people, like rock versions, hip hop versions.
Yeah, Smash got
So-
like 3 arrangements of the same like Dark Wild.
Yeah, no, I could listen to that all day. And then when you play on that stage, like that's the song I play.
To think that that's an NES song too. That was on the NES.
And it still goes that
NES.
hard.
It
still
goes hard.
that
Like
hard.
even not even like adding anything. If you just listen to the original NES
It
track,
still is like.
it's still hard.
Yeah, it's still
Now
hits.
they were mad limited too. They had like around I think like 8 channels I want to say for
Mhm,
audio.
yes,
So
yes.
like they were like really limited on
Yeah,
how to get
And they
that
went
done.
that hard.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Which is crazy. Like
That's-
if I'm
that's
playing
tough,
Smash right now and we put that song on, we're just gonna let it rock for a little
Yeah,
bit. I'm like,
yo,
yo,
you
nobody
positive?
fight. We're gonna
Just-
taunt and then we're gonna get it in.
You're on top for 5 minutes
And then we're gonna
straight.
get it in.
So you never had Mega Man X up there? Open Mega
Well,
Man?
the X series, what the X series did for the franchise, of course, is
That's
on the
revolutionary.
SNES, it's revolutionary. But nostalgia.
No, that makes sense.
First
Oh,
game
yeah.
I played.
That was the
but,
first one.
But X series is great in its own right. It started off differently.
Mhm.
It wasn't immediately you get that character stage select. It's
Mhm.
basically it puts you into like a prologue.
That was my favorite part,
You
yeah.
play that, and it's like remember Mega Man X, like the city's like breaking down and everything's
Mhm,
falling, and then
mhm.
you finally find out that you could scale the walls, and you're like,
That was the craziest part. So
"Whoa!"
you never played Mega Man X, right? So
No.
picture me. I think I was like 8 when I played Mega Man X, something like that. I was really young. I never played Mega Man before that either.
Yeah.
So Mega Man X was my first Mega Man game.
Of course.
And when that bridge collapsed and you go down, you're like, how the f- do I get
How do
up?
I get up?
You legit start like sliding on the wall. And, like, it's like Mario, and you just press. And like, yo, fucking climbing.
You're
That was the
scaling the
most
wall.
wild thing as a kid. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I can do that.
I just want to mention something because right before recording, Simon told me that he used to rewatch the anime openings.
you
Mega
know
Man
what?
X.
You know what anime openings?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mega Man X had the most
Mega Man
wild
X had
anime
the-
openings,
yeah,
dog.
OP, bro.
Yo, starting at 3, it was like, what is this nonsense, bro? I never saw it in video game before that, and I was like, this is the most fire thing ever. And they're trash. Yo, play that now, it's the most trash
Well,
music.
but the fact you bring that up, like there was a cartoon that came out in 1994
for Mega Man X?
for Mega Man.
Oh,
I
okay.
know
I'm like,
if they had a Mega Man
What's
X,
it?
you would have been on.
No,
it,
I was
bro.
on that.
But I'm saying, yeah, just if you type in like
Oh,
Mega Man
wow, yeah, I see
1994,
right here.
That
it's
is?
a
That's
fi-
right?
Yeah, it was a show I followed. It was 2 seasons long. I remember just waking up in the morning. Sometimes it'd be at like 7 o'clock on. I don't know if it was on like Fox or whatnot.
Mhm.
But watching, and Proto Man was in that, so it's like,
Oh,
of course,
shit.
the OG Mega Man is always gonna resonate more with me. But
Yeah.
I get it for anyone that was either born later or just grew up playing the X series first. Like,
Mhm.
it's no wrong.
It's
There's no
funny
wrong
because
way.
I remember, well, Mega Man became so popular that he was on Captain N in Game Master.
He was in Captain. Now,
Yeah.
peak. Now, I've been championing for
For-
Nintendo to just
For what?
be like, hey, we made Captain N. We did. And if
Yeah?
he was ever in Smash, like, I would lose my
Captain
mind.
N.
You think they might bring him in?
Never.
Oh,
It's
okay, I was
never
about
gonna
to say, I
happen.
don't think
It's never
I
gonna
think that
happen.
ship sailed.
Ma-
Like,
Captain
that-
N
that
did
was a-
so much wrong. Like, they had so many things wrong from Mother Brain. Mega Man was like this little, like, green guy. And he had, like, this, like, really deep voice. It sounded like he was
Mhm.
from Brooklyn.
Wow, I forgot King Hippo was in the show.
King Hippo was in the show.
Was in the
But
show?
there's no, but there's no.
What?
Why am I blanking on the name?
Who?
Oh,
Little Mac?
Little Mac.
Little Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
no,
Little Mac.
no Little Mac. No
Which
Little
is
Mac.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
King
funny.
Hippo. Not Bull. King Hippo.
was in the show, but no
There's no Little Mac. Nah.
But
That's too much.
Dr. Wily was.
He was in
He
it?
was yes, he was.
Was a
Mo-
villain.
Mother
Donkey Kong was a minor villain, but there's no Mario.
He was minor? They
Minor
don't
villain.
got
Minor.
that
No
minor.
Mario.
It was like,
Alucard was in the show too. I don't know.
Alucard
Alucard
was
in
in
it? Yes, he
this?
was.
Yeah,
Yes, he
Alucard
was.
was in the
yo, I
show.
kind of want to watch this now.
Yeah.
Princess Zelda was in the show, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, and Link was.
Link wasn't in it?
Yeah,
But
Captain- Captain was
they were
great.
guests. They were guests, right?
I believe they were
Zelda
guests,
and
yeah.
Link were, yeah. But let's bring this real quick back to Mega
But yeah,
Man.
back to because you were talking about like the animes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The opening sequences.
Yeah, for me, Mega Man X came first, and then Mega Man came after. Not even that. Mega Man X Legends Battle Network.
Ooh, Mega
And
Man
then I
Legends.
played Mega Man.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, I did not play
wow.
Mega Man for a minute.
So how did you feel when it
'Cause-
got canceled? Mega
What,
Man Legends 3.
I did not like Legends at all.
He was crying a little bit. Honestly.
No, I hate it. Like the reason when I say I played it,
Yeah.
I rented it 3 times.
Yeah, of course.
I tried. I really tried.
Blockbuster?
What? Yeah, you know it. Come on. Shout out. Rest in peace. Rented 3 times.
And then you kept it.
I kept coming back to it, and then I bought it. And I thought, you know what? I gotta get this done. It's a Mega Man game. I gotta finish it.
Oh, so you bought Legend?
You feel like me? I couldn't finish it.
Damn, dude. I thought you were gonna rent it 3 times and then like Blockbuster closed and then you own it.
No.
Oh, wow. That must
And
have
then you
happened
just
a lot,
kept
actually.
it. Yeah. There's a lot of shout out to all the OG like mom and pop video stores that kept the games. Like I still have the labels on.
That was real.
I would hold that like in my collection.
Yeah. They would always have like a
Blockbuster edition of Kingdom Hearts 2 right here, yo. That's never going
they
away.
used to put like these like stickers on like the CDs.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
SNES on the cartridges, you would see like a sticker.
Oh, that's
If
right,
you
yeah.
removed it, it would be like
I forgot about that. Damn.
yeah.
No, but I played Mega Man Legends and the X and Battle Network series. Legends was trash. I hated it.
Okay.
Battle Network and X was fire. And every time I looked at Mega Man, it looked like the most trash game compared to them. So I was like, I'm never picking that up. And when I picked it up, though, I was like,
This kind of goes
I was
hard.
like, this is kind of fire.
Yeah.
So I did like it, but like I feel like for me, because like you, like nostalgia
Of
affects
course,
Mega Man.
of
For
course.
me, the Mega Man X will always be top.
Yeah.
Like easy.
No, but even from a design standpoint, he's cool with you.
No, yeah, like everything about him.
Everything
is so
about
edgy.
him is cool.
The story's a little dark too. Like
It is
they're
dark.
dying in like stuff. Like their whole bodies get like just chopped in half and stuff. Like
Yeah, like even for you, Josue, I would say like if you dove in, like I would definitely say play the X series. It looks better. The music is arranged a little better.
it goes hard.
You got Zero, so now you can see like what that character meant for the series and why he's so popular.
Could you guys touch on Mega Man Zero?
He had
As
long
a series?
blonde hair,
As a
bro.
series? No, it's a series. The game series.
The series, in my opinion, was fire. There was Zero and ZX. Those are like
Yeah,
the two,
ZX.
like
Yeah.
those are fire games. I feel like they were marketed in the most terrible way. Cause did you know about it when it was coming out?
No.
Exactly. Like no one knew about
When
the
did they
games.
come out on the GBA, right?
The GBA, yeah. And I think they might have had a DS game.
There was
My
a Mega
little-
Man
yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
My
And
cousin,
ZX,
my
right?
cousin had those games. Like,
And ZX.
because
yes.
we played Mega Man, we told him about it, and then
So he
that
got
was the
on
game
it.
he asked for.
Oh,
yeah.
so that was
And
his
he was,
starting
yeah,
point.
his starting point is actually the Zero series, which
snap.
is
That's kinda
pretty badass.
wild.
But they're
Oh, yeah.
really good games.
No, yeah, they're fire.
I think they were made by Init Creates, if I'm not mistaken. Like if you look into it, I think
Thank
Capcom
you,
published
Randy.
games, and that led to, of
Yes,
course,
yes,
Azure
yes.
Striker Gunvolt, which in my opinion
Mhm.
is like the better Mega Man.
Fire.
You know
No,
what I mean?
that game's
like
fire.
later on.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But those games were dope. To
they
answer
were-
your question about it.
yeah,
They were
they
dope.
were
I think they were like Mega Man X evolved in a sense.
Yeah.
But like no one was playing those games anymore. That's the thing. Like everyone's already tired of that formula, and like they got the worst marketing I've ever seen in my life because no one freaking knew about those games.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Zero. I think fell off because no one ever mentions Zero now. Even in the freaking Smash, Final Smash, Zero's not even in that. So I feel like that was like a failure franchise. So they just kind of moved it to the fucking edge, and I just don't ever talk about it.
Yeah,
again.
Zero got his light in Marvel vs. Capcom though.
Oh, he did.
Marvel vs.
Yeah,
Capcom
that's true.
3, I believe. Zero
Yes,
had his
that's
light
true.
But
there.
not Mega Man.
And people were like, "Why is Mega Man not in the game?" But
But why,
But, I mean,
was
but-
that? Why
but-
was that? Why was that? Why was Mega Man not
I
in
think
the
they just wanted to give Zero some love. But that shows you right
It
there
goes
that
back to
fans
his
don't even.
point, yeah.
But fans don't even get it. Exactly. They got it and they were like, I don't even want this game Mega Man. Like, no one cares about Zero anymore. It's kind of just old news.
Why couldn't it be both? You know what I mean? Like, why? That's such a weird like
They
decision.
probably just wanted one rep. I really have no
That's
idea
such
what
a-
that could be.
That's crazy. It's like you have to pick one Sonic. the
Yeah,
Hedgehog
but
rap
that's-
and you pick
Tails.
this
if you
guy.
really look into it, it's definitely. I think there was more business, like politics behind it.
There has to
That
be.
was actually 2010 is when Keiji Inafune left Capcom. So now, what is he most known for? And it's the Mega Man series. And how do you slight a guy that just left you high and dry and just made concepts? You're like, hey, fuck you. Here's
Right.
here's Zero, not your character. Sorry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hold that.
So chiming in here. So
Hit us.
2008 was the release of Mega Man Star Force 3, but then after that, missing the series went missing.
Well, you had 9 and 10 that were released after 2008.
They went back to the
Oh,
Mega Man
yeah,
series
We
again.
had Mega Man 9. No, well,
Yeah, which was
we had
a,
Mega Man 9 in 2008. Yeah, so
which was a WiiWare game. It was,
Oh,
it
yes.
was launched as it was supposed to be a launch like an exclusive WiiWare title,
Mhm.
and then I don't know one of the
PS3.
big then they
Xbox
were like it's
360.
going to be on Xbox Live and of course PSN.
Did you ever play those games?
Yeah, they're good. They're pretty good.
Like stylistically, I just couldn't.
Yeah, definitely stylistically. It was the first time that there was a female boss. Was in Mega Man 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Was that really the first time?
I'm pretty sure it was like a water woman.
Oh, for the Mega Man games, not
For
for
the
the Mega Man
Mega
X
Man, no,
games.
not for
So,
the
okay,
X
okay.
games,
Gotcha. Wait, what?
Nothing.
You trying to find it?
Yeah, or Mega Man 9.
'Cause, like,
water
I-
stage.
I feel like the
She
games.
had
Are,
like a trident.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right. Yeah, it's not. Oh yeah, I remember playing. Yeah.
So then we had Mega Man 10 in 2010.
Yep.
But seriously, though, what happened? Man?
Between 2010 and 20,
We had almost like we had a million games in this series from the beginning. So like almost every year we saw some kind of iteration of that.
Well, I was telling you this before even Bell got here. I think the main problem they had is they kept trying to dedicate themselves to one series. So it was like Mega Man, now we're X, now we're Legends, now we're Battle Network, now Star Force.
Yep.
And I think when you try to come back to Mega Man after all that, no one's really gonna be playing Mega Man anymore.
Right.
It's like, what about the Battle Network games? Weren't you making that? What about the Star Force games? I'm on that. So you have fans, like you have X fans like me. You got Battle Network fans. You got Star Force fans. You guys are Mega Man. The Mega Man fans probably are not gonna be like waiting for gaming when they're done with that. And everyone else is like, yo, where's my game? I don't care about Mega Man 9, 10.
So let me ask you a question. I think a better approach would have been sort of similar to Pokemon, where Pokemon always you know for a fact that no matter what, the main series is the main series. But in those spin-offs, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Ranger 2, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like
That's what I think
Explore
they
the
should have
Sky.
done.
Yeah.
And I think they thought Mega Man X should become a new series. And I thought when Mega Man X ended, they thought, you know what, we can have some time off and do side games. No one's gonna care, and that was their main fault. Because I think Mario and Zelda and Pokemon, all those games had their main series, and we keep that with the
Of
sides.
course.
But with Mega Man, it was like, no, we can focus on our sides, it'll be good. And that's kind of like where I think they fell off.
Yeah, how many different properties would you say Mega Man had as opposed to Pokemon, right? The Pokemon, sub-series, what are they? You had Snap, which is a one-off, right?
Well, it's a one-off.
Then you had
Dash, which is one off also.
another one-off, but then you had what is it? What are those games?
Troze,
Troze was a
pinball
one-off.
games.
Pinball was another one
But
off.
they have that other series. What is it? The Quest games. What are
Mystery
they?
Dungeon?
Mystery Dungeon. That's
Mystery
what it is.
Dungeon.
Yeah, Mystery Dungeon.
Ranger.
Not too many.
And then there's what? Remember Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Battle Revolution.
Yeah, one-offs again, but
XV.
like,
But
back
they're
to his
one-offs.
point, there's too many properties that they try to really flesh out and create, sequels.
When Mega Man started this thing, they were like, yo, we're gonna keep going. Because I don't think
Yep.
Legends sold well, I'll be honest. I don't think
No,
Legends
it
was
definitely
good.
did.
And they were like,
Maybe
let's
the
do
first
2.
entry,
Now
yeah.
it's Legends 3. It's like, yo, just let it. It was
There's
a one and
people
done.
out there that are like us that really just resonate with Mega Man Legends,
yeah.
which is crazy. That their first game may have been Mega Man Legends 1,
That's true.
And then you got the introduction of Trombone. So there's always these characters that really click with the fans.
So when you take that away, they're like, yo, where the fuck is my series?
Where's
like,
my
that's
series?
literally what it is. Like,
Yeah.
where's my Mega Man X game? Where's my Mega Man
Oh,
Legends
very-
game? And
very
that's
true.
how you die off.
Yeah.
Mega Man 11 though was a nice little touch though because it went back to the main series. I think is what you should do. You shouldn't go back to X or anything else. At least if you're gonna go back to your main series.
Of course.
And Mega Man 11 got like a 9.5 review. And have you guys played it?
I played. I think there was a demo,
Demo,
of
right?
some kind. That was the
Did you
first.
play it?
game.
Oh, I actually played the demo
I
too.
thought
Wasn't it fun?
I
liked it a lot.
I thought it was
By
good,
myself.
but I was super defeated after
Really?
what Mighty Number 9 did. And
Oh,
I
forgot.
like,
We haven't talked about
I
that yet.
I could not apologize, even though I knew that
It's so
Keiji
different.
Inafune wasn't working on it. I knew
Mhm.
that, it was a different entry, but I was just like, I'm done. Like,
No,
y'all broke my trust, like.
Should we
That's
talk
fair.
about-
Now at that point, it's like, I'm not gonna pay you
Could
40
we talk about
bucks.
what Mighty Number 9 is? Because I actually have no idea.
Wait, what?
All right, so
Oh.
like, to go into the history of like Mighty Number 9, I knew this would come up. Basically, when Keiji Inafune left, and he created his company Concept, right? And he created games like Soul Sacrifice. The focus was always he wanted to make a spiritual successor to Mega Man, in the same vein as Koji Igarashi did with Bloodstained, right? So what they did at 2000 and no, it was PAX.
What are you thinking of?
I'm trying to think when he unveiled the Kickstarter. When was it launched?
I want to say 2014.
Oh, 2013.
It was 2013 at PAX. I don't know if it was West or East. And basically,
They dropped the
his
Kickstarter.
announcement, he dropped the Kickstarter that day. The crazy part was they were asking for, I believe it was like $900,000.
So
They achieved that Kickstarter within hours of launching their Kickstarter. And I was one of the backers. I backed it. I paid.
Oh, you backed it?
I backed it immediately, same day. I paid $65.
65.
I believe it came with 2 T-shirts, if I'm not mistaken, a plus toy.
So you
Just
were-
to give you the number, they raised 3.8 million in total, and it was only a 900,000 goal.
The goal was 900,000.
Yep,
right?
and they got
So-
3.8 million.
So you were invested in this in a different
100%.
way.
Yeah, well, Keiji
everyone else.
Inafune is one of my, like idols at the time. There's only a few of them, right? Koji
Right,
Igarashi,
right.
Keiji Inafune, Hideo Kojima,
Right.
Miyamoto. The
Yeah,
list
yeah,
goes
yeah.
on, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those guys. He's one of the giants. And I'm backing whatever he creates. And from my understanding, I was like, oh, he's just gonna do what a modern Mega Man game would look like.
They promised it too. They're
And
like,
they
we're gonna make a very
promised it.
Mega Man-esque game.
You said they raised $3.8 million, right?
Mhm.
Where did that money go? And then they told us that In It Creates was going to collaborate in creating this title. And
Mhm.
I'm like, beautiful.
It's gonna be great.
Sure, Striker, Gunvolt, whatever it's called. I forget that title. It's gonna be a solid game.
Oh, yeah.
And they've worked on previous Mega Man titles, also helping them out. And then Mighty Number 9 came out. Still didn't receive any of my backer, my T-shirts, the plush toy. They all came separately. Then I finally got I think it was like an art book. And by that time, I loaded up the game. I played it. Within the first 10 minutes, I uninstalled it. That was it. It was terrible. It looked bad.
It looked like a
didn't
PS2
play
game.
well. It looked like a
it looked
PS2
like a PS2 game, honestly. Yeah, it was really bad.
And it's the reason that game was a success story for Kickstarter, and it was also the reason that a lot of people are scared to kickstart games.
Yeah.
So when Koji Igarashi launched the Kickstarter for Bloodstained, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. You guys have to just release the game. I'll play it when it comes out. I'll never kickstart anything else again.
I think they also delayed the game like 3 times too,
It
which got everyone worried. Like, can I get my money back? It seems like you guys are never gonna do it. And then by the time it dropped, it was like, this is trash.
I'm finally looking at gameplay of
The thing is, it's not even what.
I think we ruined his life by showing him Mighty Number 9.
Dog, I downloaded it, but like I didn't kickstart or anything like that. I was like, oh, it seems like dope. I want to play a Mega Man game. And I remember playing it, and I was like, this doesn't feel like Mega Man at all. It had a combo theme to it. I was like, what kind of Mega Man game is a combo theme?
With like the dashing.
Yeah, you have to like dash to people and chain your moves. I'm like, what the? This is weirdest shit I've seen in my life, dog. And the gameplay was so clunky.
But remember, even like the voice acting, and I didn't expect it to be great, but it was worse.
It was awful. I'd rather just have silent Mega Man. Like at that point, like I don't want any of this voice acting to be that bad.
Give me a cheesy anime.
It was so
opening,
bad.
right? A cheesy anime ending, and I'm good.
Give me the Mega Man X cheesy freaking anime opening.
You're right.
Good. No, but Beck, the main character, didn't even look good in my opinion. Like,
Beck.
Was it Eck or Beck?
What was it? It was like
I think it's Beck or Eck. It was the dumbest name.
You definitely gotta look that
Beck.
up.
Hold
I
on.
think it was Beck.
I'm here getting the facts.
And
It's
then
Beck.
It's Beck,
no,
right?
but
Yeah.
who was his counterpart?
Call?
Tell me it was
Call?
It was Beck and Call.
Beck and Call,
Get
right?
it? Do you get it?
It's a
real quick?
dumb,
Do you get
it's a dumb, yeah.
Get it?
Beck and Call.
Like rock and roll.
Yeah.
And Call.
Yeah. They were trying hard. They were trying hard.
Beck.
It was trash, dude. Everyone hated it. It didn't feel like a Mega Man game. It was lazy. The game. Okay, so that's this thing. Like I love about Mega Man games.
Yeah.
Their level design is one of the best things ever.
Of course.
Especially like in games like X and later installments of Mega Man. The way it works is they said this. And they said this in multiple interviews. The way we want Mega Man games to work is when you start off the game, it's a very small level of enemies to feel out the enemies you're gonna see in the level.
Of course.
Progressively gets more challenging with waves that are coming in. And the platforming and the entire like environment of the level makes it more difficult with each wave. And then towards the end, the wave dies down and you have an easy enemy at the end, so you feel more accomplished. And now you understand how to actually approach future enemies that could be similar to like that.
Of course.
So it's a learning process. The whole thing's a learning process. This game was not like that at all. It was the most baby simple. Like anyone can easily get to a level without really challenging their mindset at all, or learning how an enemy like did a moveset. Mega Man, you had to memorize movesets. You had to memorize where you were going. You had to expect things, wait a bit, like actually play it out smart. And this one was the most baby level stuff. It was so easy. All you had to do was just literally follow left to right and just shoot a couple times and you were good. It was no problem.
And try to combo.
And try to combo was the dumbest thing ever.
That was the game.
No one's trying to get a high score in a Mega Man game. No one's trying to get a high score in a Mega Man game.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring up score. The only time score mattered in like the Mega Man series was 1, and because it had the score up top. It didn't really matter.
No one cared about that
because that's how games were made, right? It had
Back
a
in the
high,
day.
high score. And in this game, why am I trying to get these combo
It didn't make any
scores?
sense.
You play Mega Man games like you said for the level progression, to memorize these bosses,
Learn.
to learn the patterns of each enemy type. That's why you play Mega Man. And the time that you actually beat the boss, like the first boss, because the way it works is that rock, paper, scissors, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get an ability, that ability beats another boss, right? So you had to figure out which abilities were stronger against different enemy types. And then when you finally figured it out, you could basically like 4 to 5 hit a boss and they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the
And it was
right
the coolest
ability.
feeling.
And that was really cool.
And the worst part was Mighty Number 9, they had a little advice box.
Oh,
and
man.
before you start the level, they tell you, to beat this boss, you need this power up. And it's like, you just ruined half the fun of a Mega Man game. Now I know what I need. This is the dumbest thing ever. And the worst was, in Mega Man games, if you have the thing that beats the boss, it makes it easier. But still, there's some strategy to it, because you can't just completely like, for someone like Spark Mandra, I think you can easily beat him in Mega Man X is fine. But there's other bosses where, just because you have the power does not mean it's certified win. You still need to know how to dodge, and you can't like, get hit too many times.
Yep.
With this game, you can just put him in the corner and just, the whole time, and you just win the match. And it's like, what was the
And
point?
just use the buster,
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing. Like, why did I waste my time doing that? It was a terrible game. It was an awful game.
So, could we say that Mighty Number 9 is one of the biggest reasons why Mega Man fell off?
I think people lost trust.
Yeah,
is what it
it's
is.
a different IP. Like you just said, he played Mega Man 11. I did it because of Mega Man 9. That was my problem. They're two different properties.
Mhm.
You know, I was like, oh, you know, I'll back Keiji Inafune. I trust this guy. And if you go back and do the research, actually, when Keiji Inafune actually headed, I believe the R&D department at Capcom, one of his biggest things that actually helped bring the company down was he wanted to make more games westernized, you know, and they lost that Japanese flair, and that's when things started to change from character design to level design and what he thought a game should be when Capcom had a different vision. So their split wasn't mutual, man. It was a bad breakup.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's talk about Mega Man's appearance in, what was it, Street Fighter versus Tekken.
yes.
You sound so cool as reading that. So his involvement in give me 1 second.
But wasn't that when he appeared as the OG?
But that's the reason, not the OG, but if you remember when Mega Man 1 came out, the original box art, if you look up the box art,
Oh,
That's
God.
a completely different character.
And what's cool is
so ugly.
it's a lot of box arts are terrible looking,
Yeah.
but some are really beautiful for that same reason. If you look back at Mega Man 9, look at the box art for that one. They actually emulated what they did for Mega Man 1. If you look at the character design, it's the same thing. So, but they did it as it was shade. Once again, it was shade towards Keiji Inafune. This is your character. You left here. Like, we're gonna make him look as terrible as possible.
It's like when someone hears, oh, Mega Man's coming to a fighting game, like you're like, oh, let's go, and then imagine that's what you get. Like, who wants to download that? That's not what. Yeah, sure, it's funny, but the best.
No, but the joke runs out quick. It's like, yo,
See,
I wanted Mega Man.
The best way to do that. The best way to do that. Oh, get like one of Mega Man's alts in Smash Brothers to like have that same like colorway. Sure, that's good. That's a cool, funny.
The blue with the
Yeah,
yellow.
the blue with the yellow. That's a cool, funny way. Don't actually screw people over.
And that's the only thing you can pick.
Yeah, that's what you get only.
I just imagine the Mega Man 9 box cover
A
art.
fat old dude, like older man.
I just imagine that in Smash Ultimate as an alt.
Oh,
Imagine the final Smash.
You turn into that.
OG Mega Man.
You don't have the bus.
Sonic has Supersonic. Mega Man has OG box art. Mega Man.
Sad.
Oh, it's so bad, dude. But I think they're in the right direction though, because Mega Man 11 is proved to be something that they knew what they were doing and it was right. But I'm scared that now they're making the right direction, they're gonna start making other stuff again. Like they're gonna be like, you know what? If Mega Man 11 is great, why don't we make a Mega Man X9? I'm scared they're gonna do that. If they do that, then they're repeating the same shit again.
It sold over 1 million copies. That's
11?
A good.
11.
The reviews were pretty good.
Yeah.
No, the reviews were fantastic. They were
Reviews were
killing it.
great.
They had a double gear system they invented. It was pretty dope, and it was like it changed up the game. It was like a really cool
But
system.
do you think the future of this series is still just to continue the old school style of Mega Man? The original
It's the safest
series?
route. It's the safest.
like-
Because like I said, if you try to tackle on any of your other like side installments, or you try to make a new one, that might just not do well at all, honestly. Because those fans might not really just mess with it at all. Especially with like the way those series ended. Like Mega Man X didn't end well. Battle Network ended actually really good. Legends did not end well. Star Force didn't end well. They never really ended well. So I think there's a lot of lack of trust for you to build it back up and give me a new installment of that series. Because I hated Mega Man X8 and 7. I hated those games. Mega Man X9 I probably couldn't like either. So that's why it's like
You mean
gotta-
Mega Man Maverick Hunter?
What?
9?
Oh, the game they canceled? You talking about the Maverick Hunter game?
Oh, no, that was.
Do you know about this?
What was the game?
Maverick Hunter, which was a Metroid Prime-esque Mega Man game where everything was first person, and they wanted to be more serious.
I would have hated it.
Everyone
They were
hated
taking
that.
it serious
The
approach.
game I wanted was Mega Man Universe. Are you guys familiar with Mega Man
No,
Universe?
what's that?
So Mega Man Universe was one of like the last ones from I believe it was Keiji Inafune, where it was user created content. Like you could build worlds. you
Oh,
could build
what?
your own
Oh,
stages,
similar
bosses,
to that Rayman game where it was like
You
Rayman,
built?
like you could upload your own levels of Rayman. Remember that for the OG Rayman game? Like,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Rayman by the.
Oh,
the-
wait, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. Did that get canceled?
Yeah, it got canceled, man. It was highly like
Yeah, people actually wanted
anticipated
it.
from people. They were like ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, it was community driven. They were gonna get feedback from the community, and then it was just like, we're not doing this. And that was towards the end of Keiji Inafune's tenure. So who knows what happened during that time where Capcom shifted their focus. You know, the last good thing that he did was he greenlit Street Fighter 4. And we all know what Street Fighter 4 did for Capcom. You know, it basically saved them as a company.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he did that. Thanks a lot. But for Mighty Number 9, I'll never forget him.
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 was it seemed like a cash grab, honestly. Looking back at it, it was just a quick cash
Because
grab.
I can't be mad at the man.
What do you call it? A cash grab?
Yeah, a lot of people think that money did not.
Number 9?
Because
where's the money go?
Like that's exactly what you said. Where'd that money go? A lot of people think that people legit grab the money.
If your goal, right, was 900,000,
you
said for
3.8 million.
900,000 you can make this game with the team that you have. You got 3.8
million.
Okay, now what? You met all your stretch goals, right? Where did it go?
Not to mention too, the backers didn't even get their shit.
You didn't market it. Remember? Do you remember? It was months and months after, man. And they had a lot. I have one shirt. I have one shirt that I took out of the package, and another one that I was just gonna keep for eBay. Like someone's going to want that.
Yeah, probably.
And I'll sell it for like hundreds of dollars.
Still have it.
But yeah, I still have it. I'll bring it. I'll show you guys.
It's fresh. I haven't even taken it out of the package.
I really wanted to wear it today, and you guys were like, "What the hell is that? That's not Mega Man." I was like, "Save the show."
If you came with Mighty Number 9 shop, I'd be like, "Does he actually?"
You're like, "Why did we bring
the
him
right dude
here? Is he going to talk about Mighty Number 9?
Defend this game?
What is going on?" But yeah, dude, like, look at all that money. If you want to see the worst thing that happened for Mighty Number 9, watch the launch trailer for the game, like what they did with the marketing money, and watch that trailer. Listen to it. Just listen to it.
Was it that 2 minute like?
It was like 2 minutes. Remember, I think like someone talks during it, and they're like,
yeah,
and it was like, oh, there's like this weird voiceover, and the guy's like, yeah,
it's trying to sound epic, and it's just like,
for all you guys that play games, this is exactly what you need.
Hey, you, looking at the screen. Let me ask you a question. Oh, and look at this. There's all these combo moves you can do. Then you can do combos on combos to rack up your score. And I know you like that combo on combo action. You kill an enemy, and you can absorb their power-ups. Stuff that'll make you faster and stronger, and make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Okay. Stardew Valley was made with Zero Doctor.
It was by himself. It was by
one guy in
himself.
school.
It was one dude. It was one dude.
It was one guy.
How many people?
Stardew Valley was one guy.
He eventually didn't he eventually do? I think he eventually did do a Kickstarter. So Stardew Valley. I think he eventually did, and he told people like, "Sorry, delay. I'm only one person. Yeah, he's like, my bad. I'm only one person."
One guy that made that. It's one guy that made Owlboy, which is one of my favorite.
Oh, wow.
That was one guy?
That's one guy.
Yeesh.
And it's one guy who made Undertale. One guy.
Yeah, that was one guy. Yeah.
That was one guy.
And Axiom Verge is one guy.
Yeah.
All one guy.
That's how you do a Kickstarter.
So I don't know what KG Inafune did with this one.
There's no excuse.
He took it and ran, dog. That's what it is.
Excuse.
It was a quick cash grab. That's what it was. He made money off his own character.
So we can all agree that was a cash grab now, right?
That's what I thought it was. Cause
No,
like,
I think we're in agreement.
3.8 million with a 900,000 goal, and you gave us this. Like, it's, and also, what was the? Well, I want to know what the biggest pledge was. The biggest pledge is, jeez, it keeps going.
One of them was I believe
10,000.
you got to meet him.
Yeah,
Flew
dinner,
out, if I'm not mistaken.
dinner with him. Yep, 10,000.
10 racks, and you know
Dinner
what's
and
crazy?
drinks with the man, the myth, the legend here in Tokyo. Travel and lodging expenses are not included.
What?
Includes and you pledged 10,000 for this. Includes all previous non-limited rewards. Check the reward section of the page.
You get
for more
everything
details.
else, but $10,000. Now, launch that Kickstarter again. Now, you couldn't pay me to go meet this man after Mighty Number 9.
No, but imagine making that pledge and meeting him after you played the game. Like on the flight, you're just thinking about like, yo, dog, I'm really.
I don't even want to be here, bro.
I'm really about to see the man just ruin my night. Like what the fuck?
You paid to meet the guy that ruined your life. That's really what it is.
No, he probably showed up and be like, "Bill's on you." I bet. Walks out. Yo, I get tight.
Wouldn't there need to be a translator there too?
He speaks some English, but yeah, there had to be a
They
translator.
probably just be high and by, and he just dips.
That's an awkward dinner. What can you say? Like,
I hate you.
That's a weird stretch goal in general.
Because you gotta talk to the translator who has to translate. Like, he's very mad. He's crazy.
No, she probably be like, he loves your game.
This American is man.
He's
this
passionate
American
about
in
what
love
you
with Mighty
made.
Number 9.
Everything is
Number 9
translated
is
that way.
Yeah. You're just like
Why is he
freaking out.
Pissed?
You're just so pissed off, screaming at the top of your lungs. And the translator is like, that's a Western way to say I love this game.
Yeah.
I got one last question for you guys. Do you think Capcom will ever drop Mega Man?
No.
Looking at the other content they have, Resident Evil, Street Fighter. Do you think they'll ever be like, you know what, we don't need Mega Man anymore?
That'd be very dumb of them to do that, in my opinion. That's Mega Man is.
How much money do you think they still make off Mega Man? It's not their main source at all.
It's Nintendo Star Fox. It's the same.
Oh.
It's the same.
That's kind of true. Actually, that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison. Except Mega Man lasted way longer than Star Fox.
But Mega Man,
Mega Man was a lot longer than Star Fox.
But Mega Man's high was still higher than Star Fox.
Star Fox
64,
man.
Pretty high.
Yeah, but like, that's only
Star Fox 64, man.
But no, but you're right. Mega Man, I think Mega Man X definitely slapped harder than Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
Like,
but Star Fox 64 was definitely up there.
You're right.
As a series as a whole,
100%.
like, yeah, sure. Fine, Star Fox Adventures is Mega Man Legends. You know what I mean? But like, come on, like,
That's a good comparison.
it is.
That's a good comparison.
It's a good game. It's a good game. I can't say Mega Man Legends is a good
Mega
game.
Man Legends is definitely worse than Star Fox Adventures, but they took
But
weird routes.
but
They
they
took a
definitely
weird
took
route.
weird routes.
Yeah, they took weird routes.
Now, what if you got a Mega Man? What if Mega Man Legends was what Star Fox Adventure was, and it was in the same vein as The Legend of Zelda? How would you feel about that? You would love it.
Fuck that heavy, honestly.
Or if it was, alright, even better, it was Mega Man X, but it played like Zelda.
Nah.
You wouldn't be with it if it looked like Mega Man X.
Nah.
No?
The moment Mega Man X even has
We
like
call it
this-
Mega Man X Adventure. You wouldn't play it.
No. The moment it has any 3D.
The moment you see three hearts in
the
the corner
moment-
and it's Mega Man X, you're not okay with that?
It's the Zelda game.
The Master Buster.
You gotta take out the pedestal.
The Master Buster, man.
It's just Breath of the Wild, the
Yeah.
fucking different of a cover.
Dude, that's what every game who's like kind of like dying out, like in a weird in a weird gray space. They need a Breath of the Wild. that's a verb right now.
Imagine
They need to get Breath of the Wild right
Make
now.
an open world Mega Man, no one's buying that.
Yo,
If they make a high rule,
no, but what Breath of the Wild did to Zelda as a series?
Okay.
They Mega Man needs
I'm
that.
not going around like shooting lemons around the freaking high rule.
Unless they make that high. Unless they make that high. But anyways, is it safe to say that this conversation is concluded? Any last thoughts? All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to this conversation that kind of went all over the place with my number 9 and my and Master Buster.
We knew Mighty Number 9 was gonna get bring up though. There's no way we're gonna talk about this without bringing it up. It's a crucial thing to bring up.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to drop a comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do to support us. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, take care.
See you guys. Donate to our Kickstarter.
I gotta pee so bad, man. Oh my.